Presentation of WGAA Sports.
Base hit to right field, and the Lady Dogs take the lead. Drag butt down the line. She's going to beat safe. Fly ball deep to left field. Back it goes toward the wall. It is a home run. Hit deep to left field. Back it goes to the wall. It is gone.
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, WGAA, the Big Double A. This is Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball on the Big Double A, WGAA 1340 AM and now at 106.1 FM. Broadcasting online at WGAAradio.com and streaming on the TuneIn Radio app. Let's head down to the field for today's action.
Welcome into Cedartown High School Lady Dogs softball here on the Big Double A, 106.1 FM and AM 1340. Sam Branch is with us today. I'm Andrew Carter. You hear Sean on the PA announcing the starting lineups for the Dalton Lady Catamounts, who come into this ball game with a 3-10 record. Lady Bulldogs at 14-6. And Sam, a couple of tough ball games for the Lady Bulldogs lately, and Cedartown looking to turn the page right here today against Dalton.
Yeah, a heartbreaking loss last night on the road against the Cass Colonels. The Lady Dogs fell behind big in that first inning, giving up 7 runs in the bottom of the first. They would fall behind, but then they would just battle back throughout that game. They would tie the ball game, send it into extra innings. We would go all the way to the 9th inning. We would take the lead in the top of the 9th, Andrew, but then some costly mistakes in that bottom of the 9th, and then the big walk-off grand slam that just broke our heart. The Lady Dogs falling by a final of 13-10. And then if you go back to Saturday, the game here at home against the cross-county rivals, the Rockmart Lady Jackets, and that has just been a nut that we have not been able to crack the last few years. Cedartown was in a really good spot, I feel like, to win that ball game. And I think it's safe to say some questionable calls at the plate as far as the strike zone goes ended up playing a factor in that game. But nevertheless, the Lady Dogs fell in that game as well by a final score of 4-3. And for the first time all season, the Lady Dogs losing 3 straight games, going all the way back to the Thursday loss in region play against Allatoona when we fell by a final score of 12-5. So the Lady Dogs looking to rebound here at home. Now, the good thing about that Rockmart loss, of course, it's a non-region game, so that one doesn't count against us as far as the region standings go. But the Allatoona loss and the Cass loss, they do count against us. This one right here, another region contest and another chance for the Lady Dogs to pick up another one in the win column.
Lady Bulldogs are also a bit banged up today. Heather Henry is not available. She suffered a concussion on a foul ball that hit her straight in the face mask in last night's ball game. She is out for at least a week. They'll have to reevaluate after that. So Bella Howe will be the starting catcher for today. Kristen Cash is listed as pitcher, but I think we'll see if she was also under the weather yesterday. There's a few different positions in the lineup. We'll tell you more about that here in just a moment. Right now, let's listen in to the Star Spangled Banner, and we'll come back after that with a look at your starting lineups. Let's listen into the banner. Great day for softball with a little bit of cloud cover out there. Not too bad on the temperature. It is 84 degrees here as we're about ready for first pitch. It will be Kristen Cash who will be the starting pitcher. Sam, yesterday, Kristen Cash went the entire 9 innings and pitched about 170-something pitches. So don't know if she's going to be available to pitch today or not. But Kristen Cash will be the starting pitcher for the Lady Bulldogs. For the defense for Cedartown, catching her with her first start for this season on the varsity side at catcher will be Bella Howe. At third base will be Shaylee Pittman. She'll gather the hot corner over there. The shortstop, Kinsley Boozer, had a great day at the plate yesterday. She was 3 for 4. At second base today will be Avery Elliott. At first base will be Emmeline Waits. She will be handling the responsibilities over there at first base. In left field, Chloe Ramey gets a start out there in left field for this ball game. In center field, the senior Haven Barclay, and in right field, it's Chastity Washington. So a little bit of a different lineup for the Lady Bulldogs here. See if that can spark a good ball game for this Lady Bulldog team that's in desperate need of one. For the Dalton Lady Catamounts, it'll be Halo Tomas, Ella Hill, and Niley Olvera due up here in the top of the first. And to tell you about it, Sam Branch. Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you, Andrew Carter. Lady Dogs, for those of you listening on radio, will be in their white top uniforms with Cedartown in red across their chest, red numbers on the back, black pants, and red socks. And the first pitch on the way from Kristen Cash. That was taken well outside. Ball 1. Halo Tomas getting the start, or leading things off, I should say. Will also be getting the start today for the Catamounts.
A pitch missed up. 2 balls and no strikes in the count now to Halo Tomas. As I mentioned before, Kristen Cash was not available yesterday. She was a little bit, not feeling a little bit under the weather yesterday, and there's a foul ball there, 2-1. She feels a little bit better today, but we'll have to just kind of make sure she's well hydrated and is going to be keeping an eye on her just to make sure she doesn't feel any ill effects.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count on Tomas. And the pitch is on the way from Cash. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This is the second time the Lady Dogs have faced the Catamounts of Dalton. Cedartown won the first ball game convincingly. The 2-2 is on the way. And that's a chopper to the shortstop. It'll be Boozer. She will gather fire on to first. Dropped over at first, so the runner will be safe. And the leadoff hitter is aboard for Dalton, and that will bring up Ella Hill.
17, Ella Hill.
So Hill will come to the plate with the runner on and nobody out.
We'll see how they score that, Sam. I think that'll probably be an error, but
they did, yeah.
It'll be an E. I would say it'll be E3 on the first baseman.
So the first pitch on the way to Hill, and that one is fouled over to the right side, right off of the fence next to the Dalton dugout.
Well, and that's one thing that really killed us yesterday were the defensive miscues. Lady Bulldogs in the ball game against Cass committed 6 errors, according to the game changer.
Cash looks into Howell, and the pitch is on the way. That one is lifted to the right side. It's going to be in foul territory. Charging is Washington. She makes the grab at the fence for out number 1. Chastity Washington came charging in from right field, had to make the grab up against the fence there in foul territory. Good play there by Chastity.
Yeah, she made the catch right on the snow, kind of snow cone catch there. It was kind of shaking around in her glove a little bit, but she was able to close leather on it. Made a great play over there in foul territory.
So that's out number 1, and that will bring up Olvera. First pitch on the way, and they're called strike 1 on the outside portion of the plate. Good pitch there by Cash. The 0-1 on the way. That's a chopper to the right side. It'll be Waits. She'll handle it herself, go over to first and apply the tag at the bag, and that will be out number 2. So the runner, Tomas, advances up to second base, but there are now 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Kaylee Tatum.
Coach Smith was telling me before the ball game, Sam, that all of the teams in the region that were expected, that you would expect to win looking at records, all lost. So in a sense, Cedartown, first the pitch, bounces up there, ball 1. In a sense, Cedartown doesn't lose any ground with the teams in the region that you would expect them to lose ground to with a loss like they fell with Cass. We have to play Cass one more time this year, and we face Dalton once more as well.
It's almost one of those days where it's almost kind of a wash.
That's exactly right.
The 1-0 just missed, ball 2.
Looks like she might have gone around, but
she definitely started it.
Looks like
all right.
Looks like she did hold it up a little bit, but pretty close.
So the count now 2 balls, no strikes, 1 on, 2 out. The wind from Cash, the pitch on the way. That one is hit to the center field gap. It's going to be off the wall. Barclay will field and get it in, but the run will score from second, and Dalton has jumped out to a 1-0 lead. So an RBI single with 2 outs from Kaylee Tatum puts the Lady Catamounts on top 1-0.
Well, that ball was smoked. It got to the outfield fence very, very quickly. And Dalton does get on the board first. That's their first hit, I think.
That'll bring up Anderson. That one catches the plate. Strike 1.
It is their first hit, and it was a big one with an RBI single by Tatum.
So Anderson stands in with 1 run across, 2 outs, and a runner over at first. Pitch on the way. That one misses. That'll even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Lady Dogs have a big game tomorrow against Cartersville here at home. It was originally scheduled for Thursday. They rescheduled it due to Hurricane Francis.
A chopper to the right side. It'll be Waits. She will gather, take it to first herself, and just got her.
Well, I'm telling you what, that was a bang bang play. It should have been it shouldn't have been that close, I'll say that.
Nope. You got to hustle it out every single time.
Yep. And
it almost cost us. And they're talking to her about it right now. She could have just applied the tag and it would have been a lot easier. But nevertheless, the damage was done. The 1 run scored, but we avoided more. We'll go to the bottom of the first. 1-0 your score. Cedartown trails. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout here on the Big Double A.
Rocky and Patty Tillery, 2 Cedartown High School graduates, and they stayed right here in the county and went into business. They employ right at 100 people, and they've been doing that for a long time. Most of their work is from out of the county, but they want to push our youngsters here, no matter what they're doing, Little League, Pony League, high school baseball, basketball, football, and soccer, and that's Polk County Public Service. They appreciate serving you.
Cedartown Automotive is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. For oil changes, new tires, or tire repair, brake work, tune-ups, air conditioner service, or repair, think of Cedartown Automotive. Cedartown Automotive is a longtime supporter of Cedartown High School athletics here on WGAA. Cedartown Automotive on East Avenue in Cedartown. Give them a call today at 770-749-5040 or stop by their beautiful location for fast and friendly service. And all the folks at Cedartown Automotive say, go Dogs!
Lady Dogs softball on your hometown station, the Big Double A.
We head now to the bottom half of the first. It's the Catamounts 1 and Cedartown coming to the plate. It'll be Haven Barclay, Shaylee Pittman, Kinsley Boozer 1, 2, and 3, followed by Kendall Howard, the designated player, Chastity Washington, and then Kristen Cash, who's pitching. She will bat for herself. Avery Elliott will bat 7th. Emmeline Waits batting 8th. Chloe Ramey gets a start in left field batting 9th. Bella Howe, the catcher, is the flex player. They will all face, for the Dalton Catamounts, Claire Miller in the circle, who's completing her warm-up toss as Miller throwing to the catcher, Halo Tomas. And it'll be also from left to right in the infield, Kaylee Tatum at third base. At shortstop, Olvera. Second base will be Ella Hill. And at first base, Samaya Simpson. And the outfield will consists of Emily Ocampo. In right field and center field, it's Kaylin Anderson, and then it's the flex player Zoe Parker who will play left field. And Haven Barclay will lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lady Dogs looking to get a spark going early on after trailing 1-0.
Miller checks her wristband, gets the sign. Now the pitch on the way to Barclay. Smacks that one to the left side, out of play. And the senior is quickly in the hole, 0-1. Haven quickly back in the box and ready to go to work. Again, Miller will look into the dugout, gets the sign from the coach there. And then both the pitcher and the catcher will check the wristband. Now they'll go. That one misses outside, ball 1. So the catcher, it appears, is not relaying the sign to the pitcher. They're both getting the sign from the dugout, checking their wristband, and that's what they know. That's where they're looking for the pitch. So the 1-1 on the way. Again, smack to the left side, right off the top of the protective netting there of the dugout for Cedartown, and out of play.
I think in years past we've done that too. You know, I think we have the pitch calm, and that's becoming part of the game in softball and baseball. Haven Barclay, by the way, had a big hit yesterday. Only 1 hit and 5 trips, but she had 2 RBIs as a result of that 1 hit.
So Barclay behind in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. That one misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good to see Heather Henry there in the dugout.
Heather not available due to the concussion from yesterday, taking the foul ball to the face mask.
The count even at 2-2 on the Lady Dogs center fielder. The sign and the pitch. That one is lifted to center field. It's going to be a play for Anderson, who will retreat and makes the grab over her head for out number 1. So Barclay with the fly out, and that will bring up Shaylee Pittman. Getting the start over at third base today.
And Barclay put a drive in that thing just short of the fence out there. Shaylee Pittman yesterday was 1 for 5, but she did have a run scored. Looking for Pittman to, and she had a good game against Rockmart, pitching and also at the plate.
Pitch on the way to Pittman. That misses low, ball 1.
You can't take any team for granted, and I'm sure the Cedartown Lady Dogs won't do it with Dalton, but this is a good way. This is a good time to turn your past few games around that have not gone your way against a team like Dalton.
The 1-0 misses high and away, ball 2. You're exactly right. A good opportunity to kind of rebound. Cedartown, as we mentioned, has already faced Dalton once. They beat the Lady Catamounts by a score of 12-2. So you know that Cedartown has the potential to pick up a big win here at home, and you'd love to do that after dropping 3 in a row. The 2-0 on the way to Pittman. Smack to the left side. That's going to be a play for the shortstop, Olvera. A long throw over to first, but not in time. And Pittman is there safely. A good play over there at short, but just not in time to get the speedy runner in Shaylee Pittman. So she will be aboard with 1 out. And that'll bring up Kinsley Boozer, the Lady Dogs shortstop.
I think that's an infield single all the way. Kinsley Boozer had a great day yesterday. 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, and RBI for her. She was definitely one of the bright spots for the Lady Dogs at the plates.
First pitch on the way to her is going to be inside. Ball 1. Pittman with a stolen base. Head first slide in, no throw down. She just wanted to dirty up the uniform, and she scored a 10 on that one.
Yes.
It is from the neckline down to the knees on the slide there. So a 10 on the slide and on the dirt stain. The 1-0 on the way. A chopper to the shortstop. It'll be another chance for Olvera. The throw over to first gets Boozer, but then the throw to third, not in time. So the runner moves over, but there are now 2 outs in the inning. So if we want to continue and possibly score a run, it's going to be up to Kendall Howard.
Yeah, Kendall Howard, the designated player, she has done a great job at the plate. She is always dependable. She's going to hit the ball hard just about every time she's up, and this is a good chance for her to get an RBI and to tie the ball game. Dalton 1, Cedartown nothing.
Howard comes to the plate, runner at third, 2 outs. First pitch on the way. She lifts it to the right side. That's going to be an RBI for Kendall Howard. And just like we said, right on cue, Howard delivers for the Lady Dogs. She just served it right over the second baseman's head into the outfield grass and landed one safely. And the Lady Dogs have tied it 1-1 here in the bottom of the first, and the inning will continue with Chastity Washington coming to the plate.
Just a good piece of hitting there by Kendall. Deposited that fly ball into shallow right field and an easy score from third base. 1-1 tie.
Pitch on the way to Washington. That's it to the left side and through the gap. No play this time for Olvera over at shortstop. So the Lady Dogs now have runners at first and second in the form of Kendall Howard and Chastity Washington, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Kristen Cash. So an opportunity to help herself and put the Lady Dogs back in front, or in front for the first time, I should say.
Yes,
we tied at 1-1.
Typically, Kristen would be hit for, but due to the injuries we've got right now, Kristen will be batting for herself here in the bottom of the first.
Pitch on the way. That one's going to be in the dirt, and it's going to get away, and everybody's going to move up. So that makes her job just a little bit easier as far as putting the Lady Dogs out in front, as Kendall Howard and Chastity Washington now stand at third base and second base respectively. So Cash ahead in the count, 1 ball, no strikes. 2 on, 2 out, 1 run already across, a tie ball game here in the bottom of the first. The look in from Miller. She's ready, the pitch on the way. That one's going to be right back to Miller. What a stab, a throw over to first, and that will do it. So the Catamounts hold the Lady Dogs, but Cedartown ties it. We'll go to the top of the second. 1-1 your score. We'll be back after this 60-second break here on the Cedartown Bulldogs Sports Network.
Are you ready for steel? Equipment, that is. At Croker's Hardware in Cedartown, we've got all the steel equipment. Blowers